Millett, and I am doing my presentation on food waste. For my advocacy letter, I emailed a newly retired principal from northern Utah, about like the Salt Lake, West Valley area. Her name is Debbie Koji. She was actually my elementary school principal. She was a principal in Granite District for over 25 years, and before that she just taught for about 10-ish years. Anyways, I emailed her if she had ever noticed a lot of waste in her lunchrooms, and she said that yeah, she has noticed a lot. She also mentioned to me that about 70% of the students in all the schools she's taught at have gotten school lunches, and of that 70%, 90% of it was free or reduced lunch at the last school that she taught at. About 7-8 years ago, she was transferred to a Title I school, and there, most of the students there did not know where their next meal was coming from, and so all they had was like those school lunches and breakfasts. So there wasn't as much waste because they were just eating whatever they could. But at her other previous schools, there were tons of waste. For my public turn project, I made a bunch of posters and put them around the campus housing buildings. I thought that would be a perfect place because that's where a lot of food is being eaten and stuff, because it's where the students are living. Yeah, I decided to make posters. So here's the poster. Let's talk about food waste, and then quick fact that grabbed their attention. About 1.3 billion tons of food is wasted every year around the world. So to increase that number, there are 5 easy things you can do at home. Like be mindful when you're grocery shopping. 5 new ways to use all the food at home. Don't be afraid of freezing leftover meals. Understand date labels and compost what you can. Why is food waste bad? Food waste fills up our landfills or solid waste facilities. I'm going to show you a video in a second that talks about one of those solid waste facilities. There's also less food for those who are less fortunate, like those students in northern Utah who don't know where their next meal is coming from. And it also wastes a lot of money and resources, especially government money and funds and all those manufacturing facilities. My evidence. I found a lot of great articles that talked about why food waste is bad, where it comes from, and how we can fix it. The largest amount of food waste does come from households, according to Foodprint. They had a lot of great articles and resources. Also, in schools, we can have solid lunchroom style eating, I guess, to increase amount of weight, because then the students can grab what they'll actually eat. I think we just need to train them to grab what they know they will eat and not grab a whole bunch, and then they do end up throwing it away. So I do have this quick video.
Of food produced in the U.S. ends up here at a solid waste facility.
Each one of us will throw away about 21 pounds of food this month alone. That means students in your school are throwing away hundreds of pounds of food each day.
The impact of food waste on our community, our economy, and our environment is staggering.
We process 800 tons of solid waste here at this facility every single day. We burn it, and we recover energy from it. In eastern Washington, 33% of everything that goes in the garbage could have been composted. Half of that was food. Wet food doesn't burn. Even if it did go to a landfill instead, it's going to generate methane gas, which is a very potent greenhouse gas emission. There's no good way of dealing with garbage except not to make it.
I think if we all just took a moment and looked at what we waste, you'd be surprised at what it adds up to. And it adds up to a complete meal for someone. 1 in 5 children in our region is food insecure, and what that means is They don't know where their next meal will come from. That's a big number, 1 in 5. That could be someone sitting right next to you in class.
In a 2016 survey, 77% of Americans said that they feel guilty when throwing food away. Who needs guilt? Just take what you'll eat and eat what you take. It will ease your conscience and make an actual difference.
We want children to look at food and understand what a valuable resource that is. Be aware of what you consume, and then keep in the back of your mind a vision of someone in need that could use that food that you're wasting.
If every student did their part to waste less, it would make a real impact.
At my school, I'm curbing food waste by recovering food that students would otherwise throw away and donating it to students in need. Since November, we have recovered 215 pounds of food, which is equivalent to 168 meals fed to students in need.
Our number one mission is to feed people in need. And if we're rescuing food that would be wasted anyway, that's just a bonus.
If there are ways that we can reduce, reuse, recycle, and make less waste to begin with, then we don't have to worry about trying to deal with it here.
Want to make an actual impact on your school, home, community, and world? Feed your body, not the trash can.
Did you know that as much as 40% of food produced in
Okay. Lastly, is my counter thing. Most people would think, what can I do? Or there's not much I can do. It's so little. But like those 5 points, be mindful of grocery shopping, find ways to use all the food, don't be afraid of freezing meals, understand date labels, and compost scraps. That will definitely help to reduce your food waste. Like in the video, I love how they were using that food that those kids didn't eat if it was, I guess, edible, and been able to share with other people. It's a great way of getting rid of all that food. And that's it. There's my works cited. There is that YouTube week if you want to check out the video for yourself.